Hey, it's Mary, and I'm back with a really fun layout. I grabbed this sketch from Hip Kit Club, and if you're a member of their forum, then you would have seen it. I'm going to be using two photos today, and I'm going to follow this sketch, but I'm going to flip it on its side later on. You'll see that. I'm going to use these two really cute photos of my son. Now, here's a tip for you. Just take the photo that you like and zoom in on it, and then you can get two different looks from the same photo, and I loved that picture. So I'm going to be using this beautiful Pink Fresh Studio. This is from their Live More collection, this paper, and then this is the Oasis paper. Since we're working with vines, I figured, hey, where else am I going to use palm tree leaves? So we're just going to pretend that they're vines. And I also am using that orangish red with purple polka dot paper from the new Paige Evans line. Anyway, I'm going to attempt to do it as the original sketch this way, but I end up flipping everything around. And right now I'm just trying to go through the papers and see what to back my photos with. I ended up pulling the other side of another Pink Fresh Studio paper. Yeah, it is the other side. So this is the B side of that really cool geometric. It's almost like a diamond on its side, and I really love that paper on both sides. I feel like I'm probably going to hoard it, whatever little bits I have left. So I just cut it into pieces to layer because I wasn't going to do a lot of layering behind my photos. I wanted the focus to be more like bigger layers because that background is going to have those three big borders. So I just felt like it was just necessary to put one piece of paper behind the photos this time, but instead of just putting it all in one strip, I kind of staggered them a little bit. So it's one paper staggered, and that gave me the layering effect that I'm used to, I guess. So I'm just going to place my pieces down here. Nope, I'm not. I'm going to fiddle with it for a second. There was just something, I don't know, there was something at the time that I wasn't liking about that placement. And I'm really glad that I took a second to think about it, because in the end, when I flipped it around, that made a world of difference. So I'm just going to trim off those scraps at the bottom. And now I'm thinking, I still don't like that. Maybe I'll flip it. No, I don't like that either. Flip it one more time. There you go. So I'm going to move that geometric paper up a little bit from the bottom. It just seemed a little too heavy. And then looking back on this, I probably would have trimmed like an inch off of it just to give me a little bit more white space at the bottom. But that's just, I'm just thinking about it too much. But yeah, I probably would have trimmed about an inch off of the bottom of that paper. I wanted to really use this cute Dear Lizzie house paper. I've used it before in another layout. And this is from her Happy Life, Happy Day collection. I ended up not using it, but you're going to see me try really hard. I do use it in my next layout process, which you'll see on Saturday. I think that's when I go live. No, you'll see it Friday. Anyway, you'll see it this week. It's really late. It's almost midnight, and I wanted to get this up for you guys so that you can see it in the morning. I had a hard time editing today for some reason. But anyway, yeah, I'm just going to place it down, and okay, now I'm ready for sequins. Yay! So the two sequin packs I used, first, my handy dandy circling tool. This is a must-have in every crafter's room, is this handy dandy ceramic circle tool. There's no need for a compass or any other kind of circly tool because I have bowls in my cupboard and I use them. Okay, so my 2 sequin packs that I used is the Jaded Hearts and Gone with the Wind. I used mostly Gone with the Wind, and then I used the Jade color 1 sequin from the Jaded Hearts pack to put in that pop of more tealish green, greeny blue. And it was lovely. I loved it. And I think that that's what I like the most about working with these sequins is that, yes, they come in beautiful, beautiful sequin mix colors. But if there's something that you have going on your layout that you want more of a pop of, grab a different sequin pack and add it in, because it's beautiful, and sometimes that's exactly what you need. So I just placed all of my sequins around in a circle to follow that sketch, and got them to where I wanted it. And then when I went to glue them down, you saw me move it up a little bit in just small sections. And what I did to make everything look kind of scattered, I didn't really think about it too much, except for that I wanted the dark blue and that corally orangey red color and the teal or the jade color that I took from the other sequin Jaded Hearts pack. I wanted those 3 colors to really be spread out. So I just went like every other one. One was on top of the circle line, one was on the bottom of the circle line. And you're not going to be able to see that circle line because I'm going to stitch it in a few minutes. But first I'm going to roughly put down ephemera pieces and my title, which I just lost the second half of, and I'm looking for it right now, and I'm picking up things and I can't find it, and then, oh, there it is. So I found it. Yay! Isn't that crazy? Like how quickly you can lose something? I had just had it in my hands and then it was gone. So I'm going to figure out, I guess, where I want the palm leaves. And I can't figure out where I want the palm leaves until I figure out how I want my title. So I switched from working with the ephemera to going and working with my title. That's the thought process of the day from Mary's brain. So I'm going to use this piece of ephemera from the Pink Paisley, Paige Evans, Oh My Heart collection as kind of a journaling spot. You're going to see me poke things. That's super fun. And what you see going on right here is totally going to change after I sew everything down. Yeah, and I'm glad, because I didn't like that at all. Nope, I don't like that either. I don't like the harsh lines that it's making underneath the photo when I poke things, like when I layer ephemera pieces underneath that Pink Fresh Studio paper at the bottom. So I definitely changed that. And I wanted it to follow that circle. But then I was struggling with it because the palm leaves were so big and I didn't want to cover up the beautiful sequins. And then I bring the house paper back thinking that that is magically going to happen after I struggled with it for how long? Oh, and sequins. So the way that I'm sewing here. Sorry. I'm sewing down in 3 stitches. So my trick to sewing it in 3s is make one as perfect as you can and then make the next 2 wonky. That's my trick for messy stitching, in case you guys don't already know that. Okay, so back to putting down the sequins. I use Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, or the multi-matte medium, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. And what I love about it is that you can't see it come through on the paper after it dries. Like with other glues, you can kind of see a glossiness because it's matte. You don't see it when it dries. So I love that. I have it in my fine line bottle. But I still don't like to have it seep out a ton, because then it gets the tip of my Silhouette pick-me-up tool a little bit sticky. after a little while because it has glue on the bottom of it if it seeps out. So I only put a little bit on. So what you saw me doing was just adding some sequins that had popped off while I was doing sewing. Most of them stayed on while I was running it through my sewing machine, which was super crazy amazing. So that's just a little tip for you. Here I'm using some more of the Pink Fresh Studio Leatherette stickers. I love these. Love, love, love. And I'm really surprised I'm using them instead of hoarding them. I'm trying to use things instead of hoard the pretty things because there's always going to be something new next month. And honestly, I'm only punishing myself because I still get to keep it. It's going to be in my album and it's going to be beautiful. So use your stuff. So I journaled here. I said, we have been obsessed with bad lip reading song Seagulls. So we took advantage of our hairy vines. So like I said, our son and daughter, they were swinging on our vines out in the front yard. And we are obsessed with this song. So obsessed. And that's where we got the title from. Isaac and Abby and we sing it daily. And we've been doing this for like a month. We love it. So I will put a link down below so that you guys can see the video. And if you're a huge Star Wars fan, you're going to love this video. They also made another music video for another one of the Star Wars movies. So if you go to Bad Lip Reading and you click on that link, you'll see, more of their stuff. If you have never heard of it and you want a good laugh today, go there. We just love it. And we love all of the videos, the football videos, especially. We loved watching the political videos that came up, like the memes that they did. So basically they just talk over what people are actually saying and what it would look like if you were just lip reading, but it's funny. Anyway, just go check it out. So I'm finally putting down my ephemera pieces. Trying to stick in a couple more pieces. It's just not normal for me not to do so much, I think. I did so much in the sequins and I love the way that looks. I'm adding a couple more enamel dots within the circle to kind of fill up some of that white space. And then I left outside of the circle pretty empty, but I'm going to bring in some of this Sweet Mint Heidi Swap Color Shine, and then this is also her Peacock Color Shine. I'm going to wipe it off, and then I'm going to do it again because it wasn't enough, and then I'll have to wipe it off again. Yeah, and the thickers I used were from the Hip Kit Club exclusive thickers, the Swing and the Vine, and then the alphas that I used were from a Freckled Fawn $5 grab bag that you can get. I was having issues getting the April to stamp down with my roller date stamp because of the thickness of the paper to the left of it, but it worked out in the end. And here it is, my pretty layout. My son loves this layout. He loves it so much that he scrapbooked it and used the same title. So don't forget to use my code Mary15 at SpiegelMom Scraps if you want to save 15% and check out their new collections. Jody has some amazing stuff going on this month. So stay tuned. We'll have a lot more fun planned, and here's some close-ups. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.